Hi everyone, this is Deb. This is my Oh Inspired Collab project, or the start of it anyway, for the month of October, which everyone who does it posts on October 15th. So when you're seeing this, it should be October 15th. And I'm going to put the link to the inspiration below, as well as the links to the other channels that are participating this month. And what it is, the inspiration is by Lyric Lover 810, Amber. I just love her channel. I've been inspired by her since last year. She is one of the few people that started me into paper crafting last year, one of a few, and then I obviously have branched out and subscribed to so many people that are so talented on YouTube now. But anyway, the video that we're doing, she does mini paper bag loaded bags, and what she's using are bags that are like this in her inspiration video, and they are 3.5 by 2.125 inches by 6.75 inches long, so they're really pretty tiny. And I have done a video, and I wrote it down, I forgot to bring it up here. I think it's video 278 or 9. It was a hashtag 100 things challenge loaded bag, and I did it back in August, and I used these, which are a little bit larger bags. I was making one for my granddaughter's 13th birthday to hold some things for her birthday. 4.5 inches by 9.5 inches by 2.65 inches. Now, these I got at Dollar Tree. They had them in pink. They used to have them in purple, but I can't find them right now. Maybe in the spring. But they're about the same size, maybe a little thinner, as these paper bags, which I also got at Dollar Tree, and you get a pack of 40 for $1. So you can use craft bags or whatnot. This time, and actually I think my inspiration came from this mini bag video that we're using this month, except that I went with a little bit bigger bag. But I'm going to actually use, well, let me step back. After I had watched her video way back when and got inspired to do my own loaded bags a little bit bigger, I did actually go find the sacks and things from the Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby. And I'm pretty sure I got them half off or 40% off online on sale. So they have them in this craft. They have them in white, and these are the same size, 3.5 by 2.125 by 6.75 inches. So they're pretty little. And let's see, I have 2 of the white ones. I think I have 2 of the craft ones too. And then they also have these mini sacks, which say they're 3.25 by 6.5 by 2.25, which would make you think they're a little bit, teeny bit wider, but they're about the same. And the only difference I see is these don't have a little ridgy on the top, and these other ones do. Like they were trimmed with mini, what do you call those scissors? Mini pinking shears. So I am going to use these white ones today, these Sacks and Things white ones, and I'm going to be doing Christmas themed. And I'm going to try and use this paper pad first because it's already open, and it's from the Target. I'm pretty sure I got these at Target Dollar Spot last year, and I have 2 of them. So I'm going to be working to maybe use up, or use some of anyway, one of them. And I might also be using this one, which is called Holiday by American Crafts. Says Paper Source, Be Merry. I don't know. I might have gotten this also at Hobby Lobby at the after Christmas sale year end, and I've already used some of it, so I had to use it for something last year. But it's real cute paper. So that's my starting point, and once I get some paper cut, I'll come back and show you how I made them. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone, I'm back. Okay, so I think I have my paper cut for the little bags, the little white bags, and I measured, I really used almost all except for the shiny and the glittery papers out of this 6x6 paper pad from the Dollar Target spot last year. And I've cut them all. I used them all except those blingy ones so far. And these are the pieces that I have left, which I'll be able to use for something else. And also the strips off the top. Now I usually save these because I usually make the little rosettes out of them, but I don't know, the hole in the middle might mess me up. However, I'm thinking that that hole might come in handy if I try and stick these in the side edges of pocket letters, so I am going to hold on to them. And also, let's see how wide these are. They are just over 2.5. I could probably cut each of these down further and make a couple different pocket letters out of those pieces if I don't use them in this project somehow. So what I've done is I've paired things up, like I have a front and a back with a bottom. And I'm not real crazy about this gray one. I thought about changing it to the bling, but oh well, I'm going to go with it. Front and a back and a bottom, with the gray on that one being the back. Same here, front and back and the bottom. And this one will be front and back and the bottom, and front and back and a red bottom, red plaid. And I have this one extra bottom in case I mess one up, which is cut a little bigger than these extra pieces here. So what I'm going to do now is take my ATG Advanced Tape Glider by Scotch that Sparkling Char so kindly gifted me refills for. And I'm going to tape the front and the backs on. And then I'm going to take, after I do that, before I put the bottoms on, I'm going to take this Miss Sparkle & Company Ultra Sticky Red Tape 1/4 inch that I have open. And I'm going to tape it just along the two sides here because it needs to be something strong to really hold that together. So you'll see that this will be, this front piece will be tucked in, and then this back piece will go on like this, and then the front piece will go on the flap once it is, that'll be Scotch ATG taped on after I get this flap taped down securely. I don't trust the ATG tape to do that. It's not as strong as this, and this is a pretty thick flap. And also, before I do that, what you want to do is take the ATG or something and glue this little flappy thing down here. I'm finding that these bags, for the size of the bag, it makes this little flap is pretty bulky. So it really needs to be secured down well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you where I'm at with everything. Stay tuned. Hi guys, it's Deb. So let me show you where I'm at so far. I have these made up. Here's 2 in the backs. And here's 3 more. I made 5. These are the fronts. That's a holly one. And these are the backs. The 2 snowflake ones. Wasn't real keen on those. I put them on the backs because I wanted the fronts to look cute the most. Now, one little thing I want to show is on these, I realized that this little part in here of the bag, before you put this red tape down, should probably be glued because it opens up a little bit and it makes it more bulky. With these, I had realized it by then, and I used Aleene's Turbo Tacky Glue, which dries pretty fast. So I'm gonna just take a little dabble-do and stick it in there. It's not where the red line tape is, it's in between, which you're not going to put anything in this part. It's sort of a dead space, if you will. And then just take you want it kind of down in there, and even still I'm getting some coming out the edge. Don't put too much, but put enough that it'll hold it. And then do the other side in there as well. Right in here, like up on top of here and into here. And just push that down. And actually, after you put your papers on and you fold this over, you put your red line tape to hold here and here. When you fold your, once you put your red line on, just go over all your edges with a bone folder or something, you know, flat like that, to really push the things down. But don't do it so hard that you tear the bag. And I actually did that also with the backs. You know, I just went over as soon as I put it on like this and flattened it down to make sure everything's on there securely. And if you have any like tape gun pieces sticking out, you can just either pull them off, or if you have one of these, it's a glue eraser. You can rub it along the edges, and it actually does make the glue come off any edges and stuff. So you can just carefully do that and then pull the little bit of glue off. So I don't really have too much on there. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do now. And then I have to decide on embellishments and what to put in these little guys. So I may not put anything in them because I'm actually doing a craft fair Saturday the 14th, which will have mostly jewelry, pretty much all jewelry. But I thought maybe somebody'd like to buy these as a little gift card holder. So I may take them with me and see. And I also think the paper selection that I did is kind of gender friendly. Like if I don't frill them up too much, which I probably won't, I'll just put a little bling on and maybe a little bow or something on the front. And I don't know what I'll do with them. But I may make some embellishments, but I'm sort of short on time. Or I might actually, I think what I'm going to do is just stamp like on a piece of paper and put it on there, Merry Christmas or Season's Greetings or something like that, and a little bit of bling. And that's, I'm going to call it a day then, because I don't want them to be too, you know, frou-frou-y, because not everybody likes that. And that way, if they want to add more decorations or bows to them themselves, they can. I don't know. Give me your thoughts on that. I've never sold paper anything at a craft fair, so I don't know. I also don't know what to sell them for. I'm just thinking, you know, maybe $2 or something, because to cover the cost of the paper. Or maybe $2.50, 2 for $4, you know, something like that. I don't know. They're not really too time intensive as far as making this part of it. You know, cutting the paper, I probably spent so far about an hour and a half, I guess, but I'm a slow crafter, so. And I did do it in a process. You know, I cut all the paper first, then you glue the tape gun paper down, and then you red tape and put the last piece on. So I kind of did it in a process, so it would go faster. But what takes me the most time typically when I'm crafting with paper is the embellishments. And since I'm not going to do too much with them, maybe it won't take me so long. So I'll be back as soon as I get them embellished or stamped or whatever, and I'll let you see the final product. Bye. Hey everyone, I'm back. Okay, I think I'm done my little bags. Here's how they turned out. What I ended up doing was I had a die from, I forgot I had it. So if you guys watched my What's in My Stash for Christmas, paper shapers, and I forgot I had this Paper Smooches Merry Christmas die. So I went to get this one out, and this was stuck in the back of there. So I thought, I held it up, and it was the perfect size for the front of these little bags. So I used the paper out of the pack I was using, the sparkly green and the shiny red. So I got 1, 2, 3. I actually got 5 shiny reds out. But then I realized some of them didn't look as good as the sparkly green on the red background. And the other thing I used was my Stampin' Up! Holly Berry and Little Bow punch. And I used both the sparkly red and the sparkly green for that. And I still have space on them to do some more. And I still have one whole sheet of the shiny red, the sparkly red, and the sparkly green left out of that tablet, as well as these long pieces, which I haven't decided what I'm going to do with yet. Now, I did use the shorter pieces, many of them. Oops, hang on. I still have some of them left too, but I used them on the tags, which I'll show you in a moment. But I still have some of them as well, and I don't know if I even showed you that. Here's what I have left out of the paper, these long strips, and some of the shorter pieces that were cut when I cut the paper for the bags. So let me just show you each one, and then I'll pull the tags out and show you those as well. Okay, so this is the first one. I used the red and black with the sweater. Here's the green holly berries with a red berry center, and then I had this brand new Studio G Walmart bling with different sizes. So I ended up, I do have the little dots, which you have to be careful when you punch these out, you don't lose the little dots, but I didn't use it. I ended up using the tiny little dots from this bling sheet, and you're gonna have to forgive my fingers because they're full of glue. Now the one thing I have trouble with is glue all over me, is how to get the words down. And what I did this time is I just very carefully put it upside down on my messy mat that I have under here and just tapped the little bits of glue on, and then I carefully put it down, and some did come out, but that glue dries clear. And I think it looks okay. I actually took baby wipe to push it down and got some of the glue that came out off. And that seems to be okay and didn't ruin the paper this time. But we'll check them as we go. Then this is just the background paper. This is the bow out of the punch. This is the holly leaves. And I used one of the bigger blings in the center of the holly and the medium in the center of the bow, and some of these are not dry yet. On the back I didn't do anything with it because they're going to be laying flat probably in a box or rubbing up against, and I really didn't want to do anything. I may change my mind on that, I don't know yet. On the tags I put in, I had this pack, which if you watched my Christmas stash videos you would see I found these red tags that I had from Michael's from last year. I took some of the leftover pieces of the little papers and I used a corner rounder punch, which is this one. It's, I think, by EK Success, and I used the 1/2 inch. I have found with these guys that when I do these and you put the paper in, always hold them so you can see the back and make sure that tip is in the center. I don't know if you can see that. The center of the paper is down in there, because if you get it out of whack or whatever, it doesn't cut right. And the other tip I have is tap out that little piece before you do the next corner, because if it's still in there, it'll mess up your corner cut. But they all worked out good this time. Then I used, hang on. I used the Do Crafts, this little tag here, which is still on the on the block because I wanted it on white so people would have room to write on something. So I stamped them out, and then I had this little tag cut thing, which was a set of like 6 or 7 or something stitch tags that I got from I think AliExpress. I think that was one of the few I bought from AliExpress or Amazon. I can't remember now. I'd have to go back through my videos and check. So I used that, and it just about perfectly went around. This one's a little off, so I didn't use it. Went around this tag. Now it does have an extra little hole, which I didn't need because I have a hole on the big tag. So I just put another one of the medium-sized bling where that hole was. But now they have a few little lines to write on. Now, inks. I am not a good stamper, guys. I'm finding that I stink at stamping, and I'm pretty sure some of it has to do with the ink. I have a ton of Stays-On ink. I know I'm not supposed to use that, but I pulled out this old Stampin' Up, I think. No, I don't know where this is from. Barn Red Personal Stamp Exchange I've had in my basement for a long time, so I'm assuming it's dye ink. It's smeared like crazy, so it did not stamp clear at all. This actually stamped better, and I see it's already smearing, or spreading. So I don't know what to do about ink. I do have Memento. It dries out on me real fast, so I'm kind of at a loss as to stamping. But anyway, I put a piece of the small paper in the background with the corners rounded. I put the stamp piece on the top with a little bling, and then I have the Zari beaded thread that I showed, and I used the red green with a little bit of blue in it. It looks to me like, anyway, and you only need about, I found, 4 inches to make this little bit, because I didn't really want that to hang too far over the top. A little bit maybe, but not too far. So that way I figured these could be used as little gift card bags. You put the gift card in here, you write the to from on the tag, and there you have it. Or they could put the gift card right behind the tag, and then use the back of the bag, you know, the big part of the bag, for a little treat or something to go with it. So that's the first one, and I did them all pretty much the same way, just different colors. So this is the next one. I used the green again, and this one, it's a little fuzzy. I'm going to have to go through with my glue eraser thing and clean it up a little bit, but anyway. And there's the tag for that one. Also striped, but the stripes are going the opposite direction. This one, the stripes down here, so I used the shiny paper, and there's the tag on that one. I tried to put the paper on the tag. I tried to make it one of the ones I didn't use on the front bottom or front back. This one here is green, so again I use the shiny, and I see I have to clean those up, the shiny ones. And I use the, I forget what that's called, buffalo check, buffalo plaid, something like that. I started off on one of these red ones trying to use this dark green bling, but it's the wrong shade of green and I didn't like it, so I went back and used the light green little center things I punched out of the glitter paper, and then I just put a red bling in the center. And this is the last one with the green check with the holly berries, and again I used the buffalo plaid. So that's my project. I did not make little mini envelopes, which I'm kind of known for making mini envelopes. I may still do that, but I don't have enough of this, well, unless I dig into the new paper pad of the same prints. I don't have enough of the 6x6 paper, because you need one 6x6 to make a 3x4 envelope. I may still change my mind and do that at some point, but for now, here are my 5 little bags with nothing on the back. Now these are a lot of fun to make. Now, no one ever tells how long it takes them to make them. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on this day, and I started these around 1:15, I'll say. So roughly 2 hours, start to finish, to do what I've done here, not putting any bling on the back or lace or anything like that, and just blinging up the front a little bit. So there you have it. I think they're really adorable. They'll make great little gift card holders. They can either go in a stocking or under the tree, or, you know, be taped down to a package on top, you know, with something else in it. Because I didn't really pretty up the back, that you know, they could do that. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out everyone else in the Oh So Inspired collaboration. This collab is a lot of fun. We upload on the 15th of the month, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 7 a.m. Eastern Time, my time. I don't know if it's Central Standard. Central Time, and 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Whether it's Daylight Savings or Central, I don't know. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And like I said, go check out everyone else in the Oh So Inspired collab. A lot of talented ladies. They come up with a lot of unique ideas. And I can't wait myself to see what they have made. So I will talk to you soon. Hugs and love. Bye.